What's up, guys? A Flying iPhone here with my first theme review. My first video, a friend asked me to review his theme, Bello for iPad. The download counter for this theme has stopped counting for some reason, but at last record was downloaded 6,368 times, which is pretty good. So, this is Bello for iPad. As you can see at the bottom here, the developer has taken away the bottom bar and made the slider a little more transparent, which goes very nicely. You can also see the little bellow there. As you can see, this picture here shows the time of day. So if it is night, morning, afternoon, sunset, anything like that, it will be displayed here in a different picture and say right there. It also has a picture of a lock with Bello in it. And this is an actual calendar, so it will say what day it is. He doesn't have the month. I think he's gonna put it over here. I'm not quite sure. So if we open it up here, as you can see, he's also themed the passcode lock, which I think goes really well with the theme. I put a passcode on here just for the video. This is not my passcode or my password. So it's a really nice springboard theme. I really like it. And I've had it on my iPad almost since I got it. So as you can see, you can fit 10 apps on each page in this little bar, or 9 apps and a category, or how many categories you want. Just you can fit 10 apps altogether. It has the same calendar as the lock screen, which it goes well when you from the transition. It does have live weather, but I will come back to that in a second. And it has the same time of day, and it can. Yeah, it's the same thing as the lock screen, which again is a nice transition between the lock screen and the springboard. Okay, back to live weather. Live weather, so I talked to the developer about this because it isn't really working. And he told me about how he took this theme from his iPod and iPhone version, which he was working on before he got the iPad. And he used the exact same HTML code from the iPod iPhone version, and for some reason it isn't working on the iPad. And he doesn't know why, and he's tried to get a hold of some people, but they're not messaging back. So if any of you guys know why this isn't working, you can leave me a message, or you can send me a message or leave a comment, and I will get that to the developer. So that's not working right now, which is kind of a downside for me, and kind of affects my scoring on the actual theme itself. So the last thing is a pop-up bubble, which is also themed, and I think looks really nice with the theme. I can't show it on the springboard, which it goes really well with the springboard, but here it is on YouTube. As you can see, it is different bubble. So yeah, I really like it, and when it pops up on the home screen, I think it goes really well with the home screen. Which it's a shame I can't show it here. Yeah, so that's Bello for iPad. Overall, I give this theme about a 3.5 out of 5 star. It's a great theme, but has a few things wrong with it, which kind of affects it. It is also not fully complete, which kind of bums me out. And I realize it's hard sometimes on the iPad, since it is such a big screen. It's hard to make it look fully nice. Like, theming all this would be hard to make it look nice with the theme and the actual iPad itself. Yeah, so go ahead and download it on Cydia. Try it out on your iPad. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Please rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, whatever you want to do. That is my first video for theme review. I will also give you some extras, I guess. So these are things that are not released. They're little bonus things that if I have them, I will put them in my video, but I'm sorry if I don't have them every time. So the first thing that has not been released yet is one of my things. The developer asked me to make this for him, for Bello for iPad, and I make boot logos, so I said why not. So this is the animated boot logo for Bello for iPad. As you will see in a few seconds, it goes really nicely with the theme. So Bello fades in, booting is moving, it goes through. As you can see, by a flying iPhone, which is myself, and it has little bits of each type of day that will rotate through that bar on the actual theme. It has a little piece of each one. So that's the animated boot logo, which is not released yet. Yeah, I am having problems sending it through to Big Boss. I'm not sure why. I think the package might be a little bit bigger than it should be. So the other little bonus feature is the iPhone version of Bello. It is not released yet. The developer is having some problems with, one, finding time, and two, creating icons for the apps that he thinks goes well with the theme. He does have icons on it right now, but they are not from his theme, they are from a different theme, which I think would cause some problems if he released it. So this is my old iPod, the first gen. So it's kind of off. So calendar here as the same thing as the iPad. Has a little slider. It does have a bar at the bottom for the slider, and as you can see, it says afternoon. You can't really see that, but right here it does say afternoon. So you slide it open, and here, a different thing for the iPod version is each time it will have a different thing up here. Same type of thing as the afternoon and day and stuff like that. Up here it will say like settings, apps, games, and so these are the icons from a different theme, which I think goes really well with it, which is a shame because if he could release it, it would be a really nice theme. There is the option to do spring jumps, which I did not set up here. It does have weather, which isn't working on here either, and the calendar. So that's Bello for iPad. I think it's overall a very nice theme. Okay, so I'm going to rate, in all my videos, I'm going to rate how difficult it is to set up. So on the iPad, I think it's really easy to set up. You can use grid lock, which allows you to move the icons wherever you want. I think that's what I used. If I can get it to work here. No, I can't get it to work. So I think I use grid lock. So you can use that. You just move the icons wherever you want. You put your 10 icons here. Or you can use iBlank, which is a little bit more difficult, but you just put 10 iBlanks up here on each page, and you place your apps there. So overall, I think it's about a 4.5 out of 5 on the iPad to set up. But if you are looking at this one, it's probably a 3 out of 5. It's really difficult to set up, and it takes some time. But yeah, so that's Bello for iPad. If you would like the boot logo or the iPhone version, give me a shout. You can also ask me to make you a boot logo. If you would like a boot logo made, I will make that for you and have it up in Cydia as soon as possible. And even if you just want me to review a theme, you can message me on YouTube. You can email me at aflyingiphone@gmail.com or message me on Twitter at aflyingiphone. So that's my end of my first video. I am a flying iPhone, and I will see you next time on Theme Review.